Hi, welcome to this lesson. I'm going to show you how to purchase on Odoo version 17. Purchase is very easy. You just need to follow some steps and then you need to also understand how things work on the Odoo system. Now, when you want to purchase, depending on what you want to purchase, if you are trying to purchase inventory item and then bring it into store and then pay the vendor, then you are going to have to work with three apps, which will be purchase, inventory, and accounting. Then also, if you're not purchasing an inventory product, then you don't need you will not if the product is a service, then inventory will not be involved at all. Now, so to purchase, I'll go to purchase module. Now I've shown you in another video how to create a vendor already. You can see your list of vendors right here. Now, so once I land in the purchase, start from the beginning. Purchase, you see request for quotes. In request for quote, I'll click on new and I'll select my vendor that I created before. Let's say a Greek supplier. That's my vendor. If the vendor has given me his invoice, I'll provide the invoice number on this vendor's reference line. And then in another video, I'll show you a blanket order. Just trying to keep things simple. So this vendor, this purchase I want to make, is it in naira, dollar, or pounds, or any other currency that your database works with? So I'm going to buy in naira. Then the order date is today. When do I expect it to arrive? I expect it to arrive on the 9th of May. And then if you have multiple warehouses, then you want to decide on where is it going to be delivered to. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to add a product, and I would like to use that my table that I created in the previous video. One of the ways to add a product which is new on Odoo is you click on the catalog. That takes you to the list of the products you have in the catalog. Now, if you bring it here, if your database is new, you might not likely see anything. So I have to remove because it's trying to filter product that is being supplied by this vendor. So if I remove this filter, I'll be able to see all the other products, right? Okay, so I can search for my table, or I'll go to finished goods. I'll see my table. Then I can add the table, and I want to buy 5 of this table, right? Then I can now go back to my purchase order here. That's one way to add the product on the product line. Another way to add is, if you don't want to use catalog, you can add here, add product, then select search more, and then come in and look for your table. Remember, using 3 letters or 4 letters is better to search, right? So I'll select here, and then I will now enter the quantity that I want to buy. And then this is the unit price. VAT is also included. Then, so I can add several products I want to buy. I can have terms and conditions within this PO. Now let's see the other information we can get. And then this is the buyer, the person that is purchasing for the company. And if there's any source document, is it an international terms, or there are payment terms with this vendor, or it has to do with a particular year fiscal position. Then alternative actually has to do with comparing different PO, or creating multiple PO and send it to multiple vendors so you can compare prices. But let's just keep it at the basic. Now the next thing is to save. Then I'm done with this. one of the other things we're going to do now is, because I'm a junior person in this purchase department, I may not see this confirm order button. So I can drop a note to my boss. I can say add, I can say something like Sam, Paul, yeah, please review this PO for confirmation, right? He can lock the note. But it could be the policy of our company is that the boss will not want to approve this PO. So you can see your log note, all the trails, things happening in this particular document, the trails will be showing right here. So if my boss if it's a policy that we must always attach the vendor's document, then I have to attach the document. I can attach a document here, or I can attach a document with a note. Okay, I can say vendor invoice, and then I'll use this attach button here, and then I can bring in the vendor's invoice. So I'll check at my download, see if I can have any particular okay, so I can add this particular vendor's invoice, and then I can log notes. That way my boss can see this. You can open this, and then it will show as a PDF. Then you can also decide to close it. Okay, then also I can send this to the vendor by email. If it's the vendor that has an email, I'll click on send by email. Once I click on send by email, then the vendor will receive this email. Now, if the vendor doesn't have email address in the system, you will not be able to send to that vendor. So when you are creating the vendor, you can always add the email address, or you go back and update if you now know the email address of the vendor. So when you send it to the vendor, then the vendor can view it and then also able to give you response by email. If the vendor responds by email, it will also be showing on the trail if your system is well configured. Okay, now, so the next thing that you want to do, you can see also here that there is a trail going here. Now we are in the RFQ point. Then the next thing will be for us to send. If we send it, if my boss confirm this order, it will be confirm this RFQ becomes a purchase order. That way the PO has been generated. So you first start with request for quote before it goes to purchase order. Okay, so my system is rolling for the email, so let me just refresh this. Then I can show you how to send email in another another lesson. So that's how it is. So everything has been attached, and my boss can go ahead and confirm the order. So that's how you create a purchase order in Odoo 17. Thank you. If you have any question, please feel free to get in touch. I'll show you how to receive products and create bill in another video. Thank you. Bye bye.